Hey, in this video, I'm going to cover getting coordinates out into the field. So getting an accurate location of a guest that needs assistance is part of the battle. Very often we need to get a description of that guest location out into the field for patrollers to act upon, potentially to get out to that location of the guest. And that's what this video is about. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We'll start in Web Console. So I've conducted a search. It was successful. I had coordinates returned to me. I double click. I get to the search details page. Your subject is at this location, plus or minus 16 meters. Probably the easiest way, obviously, if it's pretty clear where your subject is on the map, and your subject is near or at a known landmark like under Cascade Lift right around pole 6, that's a pretty simple piece of information just to radio out to patrollers in the field, and that happens all the time. But sometimes it's not that obvious or not that easy to describe. So probably the next easiest way for patrollers in the field to get that location is for them to have the Field Console app on their phone. As I've covered in another video, anything that happens in dispatch is seen by the patrollers out in the field via Field Console, and vice versa. You can have a patroller in the field with search capabilities conduct a search for a subject, get successful coordinates. Every other patroller in the field is going to have those coordinates, and the dispatcher will see that search and all the search results on their dispatch computer. So this search that we've been working with, that is this top search in Field Console. And everything that the dispatcher sees, if the patroller in the field clicks on that search, they're going to see it as well. Here's your subject location in UTM, your subject location in degrees, plus or minus 16 meters, displayed on the same map with your location accuracy. The map can be scrolled around so that the patroller in the field can look for landmarks. If your patroller in the field wants to navigate to that subject, in my view, the very easiest way is this button right here, Open Map App. If they're on iPhone, it will give them the option of Apple Maps or Google Maps. If they're on an Android phone, just Google Maps. I find Google Maps to be probably the easiest, even easier than GPS applications. So I'm just going to go ahead and select Google Maps. I've got the typical direction button. I am now navigating to my subject. If the patroller in the field has a GPS application on their phone, Gaia, Avenza, Onyx, they can go ahead and this button, Open GPX. I've got Gaia and Avenza on this phone. There's Gaia. I'm going to select Gaia. It's going to import my waypoints, and I can now use Gaia, Avenza, Onyx to navigate, to my lost subject. I cover in more detail Avenza and Gaia in separate videos and just a little more in depth, but suffice to say for now, that is a pretty handy feature for patrollers in the field. For teams that want patrollers to be able to conduct searches from their phones, from Field Console, you can provide them full access. If you are on a team where you want patrollers in the field to be able to see the results of a search potentially done by dispatch, but you do not want them to be able to search themselves, you can provide patrollers in the field read-only access. And then they'd be able to see everything, but not be able to conduct searches. And I cover all of that in a separate video. Back to dispatch. Let's say you have a patroller that needs to respond to a guest location, and they do not have Field Console on their phone, and it is not easy to describe the location of that subject over a radio. That's what this share feature is for. I can enter the phone number of a patroller in the field in this box right here and send them a text. I can send them the coordinates in degrees. I can send them the coordinates in UTM. I'll cover page link in a second. Right now, it's 1 by 1. So one patroller at a time. So if you need this text message to go out to multiple patrollers, it's enter their phone number, send them SMS, enter another phone number, send SMS. We do store a history. So if you have shared coordinates with Jim in the past, and Jim's phone number will be here, you can just select it from the list. So I'm going to send this to me in degrees. There's my cell phone number, send SMS. Coordinates have been sent. On my phone, I received 2 messages. So every time you as a dispatcher hit the send SMS button in Web Console, the patroller in the field is going to receive 2 messages. The first just contains the subject name and the coordinates. That's it. This is less useful, most likely, than the next link, but what you can do with this is copy and paste into Gaia, Venza, Google Maps, what have you. This really is just informational. Here's the name of your subject, and your subject is at these coordinates. The real powerful part of this message is this hyperlink, and that's the second text that comes through. If I click that hyperlink, it opens up this page. These are all of the features that a patroller with Field Console would have just through a text message and a hyperlink. So from Field Console, remember your patroller could open in Gaia, Avenza, Onyx, open in Google Maps or Apple Maps. That's what this text message does for those patrollers who do not have Field Console on their phone. Hyperlink, I can open in Google Maps, Apple Maps, open as GPX, Gaia, Avenza, Onyx. I can also copy the location in degrees and UTM and just go ahead and paste that right into a GPS application that might be on my phone. So this is the powerful of the 2-part text message. This link is the powerful one. I'll go ahead and open in Google Maps, and now I can hit directions and I'm navigating right to my subject. Pretty cool. Sending this one, page link, if I select this and I want to send it to this person, what they're going to get essentially is another hyperlink, and it's a fully functional version. It's a fully functional view into exactly what the dispatcher sees. So you can convert to what 3 words. You can open in Google Maps, Bing Maps. You can open up Sartopo. This to me is less useful than just sending the location degrees, location UTM. But it's there, and that's what this means. The last thing that I wanted to cover, well, 2 last things. We do see quite a few teams using what 3 words. If that is you, This button right here will convert to what 3 words? In this case, Trunk Hurls Resort. That can be radioed. If I go ahead and open this hyperlink again, so that came from send, whoops, sorry about that. That came from send page link. You noticed before that what 3 words was available as a button. Again, everything is connected. So I'd already converted it to what 3 words. Trunk Hurls Resort was converted here as well. And then finally, last thing, we do have teams that are using third-party text distribution applications. So you would have your entire patrol team on a text list that you can send out from a third-party application. And that's what these links are for. If I copy location to clipboard here, I can then go ahead and paste it into a third-party application and send mass text messages out to the patrol team or select members of the patrol team. And same with that easy navigation page, that link. That link is this link. So I can send this to all my patrollers in the field or a select few patrollers in the field. We do have plans to create that functionality in Web Console. That is a future enhancement where rather than just recording all of your historical phone numbers, we would actually allow you to open up a box, select Eric, and Eric's phone number would be right there. Select multiple Eric, Tina, and Samantha and send to those 3 or send to your entire patrol teams. That's coming at some point. We don't have that quite yet. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing really quick. I'm back. That's what I wanted to cover in this video. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.